What's poppin', everybody? It's your girl, Boss Girl T, aka Tot T, and I'm here with my co-host
LB.
And we just want to say we're finally on season 2 for the podcast, so thank you for the love and support. But for today's episode for this podcast, let's talk some Black history.
Yes.
In honor of Black History Month, we're going to talk about Madam C.J. Walker, born December 23rd, 1867 in Delta, Louisiana.
Oh, my state.
Yes. Unfortunately, she did die May 25th, 1919. But let's talk about one of the many inventions she made. She is the first woman to ever be a self-made millionaire. Isn't that amazing?
That is pretty cool.
Not only is she the first woman to be the self-made millionaire, she's the first Black woman to be a self-made millionaire.
That's pretty cool.
She made the empowering, most used object, which is the straightening comb. I'm pretty sure every Black child that's a girl especially has experienced this straightening comb, which was made in 1905.
Wow.
I remember I used to go to the hair salon and they would use the straightening comb for your edges. You used to get burned by it all the time. They don't care. And it's funny because I look back at how we used to use it all the time, and mommy still has the straightening comb.
To this day, huh?
To this day,
wow.
She still has it. It's all the gold is all rusted and everything, but she still has it.
Brings character.
Yes, and people use it a lot more now with lace fronts and stuff, to lay it down and stuff. So it really comes in handy now more than anything.
I have never had to use them. I'm bald.
Yes, but that's one of her most used inventions. I looked it up. Everybody uses it when it was invented till now. I mean, it's really useful to this day.
That's pretty cool that you honoring someone of Black descent and women being empowered, especially making money, especially creating things. Women are some of the most creative beings on the face of this earth. But with that being said, I have a question for you. What does Black History Month really mean for you?
Black History Month means for me, it's just the month where we embrace ourselves. This is the month where people really want to pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like every other month it's okay, yeah, Black Lives Matter, but you're don't be racist and stuff. But
right.
Black History Month is the month where where people really learn about us. It's people really want to look us up and learn new things about us only in this month. We really show out our character. We bring ourselves out during this month.
Well, hopefully we can get this thing projected more than just a month. Not sure if you are aware, but it's just started off as just a week. It's Black History Week, and it became a month. Hopefully we can, Black History, I believe, is every single day, because we are the founders and creators of this country and most of the world. We've done a lot. We've created a lot. A lot of things were stolen from us also.
Yes.
But, with that being said, being Black in history, you're creating history yourself.
Yes.
What type of history you want to create as a Black woman?
As a Black woman, the history I want to create is just confidence, being yourself, just being you, no matter what shade you are, no matter what color you are. If I were to be in a history book or somebody were to talk about me as someone who empowered you, I would want to be known as someone who didn't care, someone who put it into you that you don't have to be faced by a skin color.
Okay.
And someone that brings, whether you're the darkest of Black, you're the lightest of Black, use your color. Don't be offended because you're too dark, or don't be thinking you're better than anybody because you're too light. Just bring it all together and have that confidence that you're it. You're the bomb.
So it's funny that you said something about putting yourself inside of a history book, right? I was reading this article the other day, and they were talking about in a certain state, they are sending out waivers to parents to opt their kids out from celebrating Black history. If you don't mind me asking, how do you really feel about that?
I feel like it was coming. I mean, honestly, with everything that goes on, even before Black Lives Matter and all this, it was always going to be that short little section that they taught in school anyway. That short little section where if you're the only Black kid in your class, they're going to ask you if it's okay to teach while you're in class, or if you want to get out the class to be taught. It's always going to be that little section where they teach you about slavery, then they move on to all the white presidents and all the white people that have done better, So I can't say I wasn't expecting it. I can say I probably was going to be a time where somebody was going to say something about it, and just happened to be now.
Well, what's crazy about that is that doing back in the day with the Civil War, there was a band of ladies. and they formed this band of ladies, and those ladies created textbooks, which they use in schools today. And those textbooks whitewashed history. And what I mean by whitewash, it basically covered history as if it was only created by white people and Caucasian, you know. To this day, those books are still circulating. You know, back in the day, schools, organizations went to these ladies just to get a fact check and say, hey, is it okay that we publish this? Is this whitewashed enough? I personally don't feel good about something like that to be whitewashed, because we've created so much and we have damaged so much, and has been damaged upon us. And we have not, to this day, had our voice heard. What do you feel about those ladies creating that type of text, or creating that type of boundary where they can say, hey, this is what history is supposed to be like?
I feel like it's like hurting kind of, because people know. It's not like the world's just finding out. People know.
They do know.
And to this day, there's no change to the textbooks. There's no new textbook coming out. There's nothing that's changing. No matter what, the textbooks will always stay the same. Schools will keep buying the textbooks. So it's like, you know something's wrong, and you act like as if you support blacks, and you're all about black people, and you're all about not being racist, but you're okay with these books, and you know these books are wrong, but nobody wants to make a change.
I think just like they took down the statues or figures like Robert E. Lee and things of that nature, I think they should change those textbooks, you know, because in that form, I would tell you that history is a lie.
Absolutely.
It's a lie. And our people created a lot of history, a lot of inventions, and have changed and scoped the United States of America, and not just America, all around the world. So to kind of wrap this up, my question to you is, how are you going to implement yourself in today's society to leave a marker in history for the future?
One thing I've always been keen on is proving people wrong. If somebody says you can't do something, prove them wrong. And to this question, how I'm going to mark myself to this society is, I'm going to prove people wrong.
Prove them wrong.
If you say I can't do something because I'm dark-skinned, or you say I'm too dark to go here, too dark to go there, I'm going to prove you wrong. You say I can't be a doctor because I'm too dark, or somebody's not going to want me to deliver their baby because I'm too dark, I'm going to prove that I'm going to be the best doctor. I'm going to succeed better. I'm going to work harder, and I'm going to do better, just so you know that because of my skin tone, I could still do better and be exactly like you and be on your level, and I'm darker than you. You know, I just want to implant into this society that whoever proves you, says you're going to do something wrong or tries to prove you wrong, prove them wrong. Like,
Okay.
Tell them you got it. Show them you got it. Don't just say it. Do it.
All right. Well, I have a comment and more of a question for the parents out there and the kids out there, especially ones that are in school. Let's just say this was a scenario. Your child or yourself is sitting in the class, and they were teaching a whitewashed piece of history. Would you A, sit there and be quiet and just listen to it? Would you B, not interrupting the class, but only if the teacher asks, hey, what do you think about this piece of history? Would you really say something and correct them, knowing that you know the facts? Or would you just sit there and be silent? Leave the comments in the section. Let us know what you think, and we will greatly appreciate it. I just think that we got to keep pushing forward for Black History, not to be a month, but it's Black History Day every single day. Peace.
Bye, guys.